phone home. I was actually on time, but I forgot my phone home this morning, so I had to go back for it. But that's all right. We're here, just a few minutes behind. Good. I believe you guys are seeing my screen as well. Let me know via chat box if you guys are seeing the screen. Before we comment. Nice. So before we get started, how has been your week so far? Better than last week? I see some people faces inside here like what? Alright, so if this week was a bit messed up for you guys, don't blame yourselves, don't be too hard on yourselves. There was a lot of fundamental and economic situations happening this week that what you learned, you probably did it all right, like to the point correct, but there was no stopping what the market was going to do this week. And at the end of the day, that's why we, preach proper risk. Because this week, if you weren't practicing proper risk, trust me, every somebody here said you would know. Actually, everything you would have done so far would have been probably wiped out this week. That's where you get overconfidence. Overconfidence, you more confident in what you're doing than what the market could possibly do. It's been quite some times that we haven't seen what happened this week happen. Meaning that for the year so far, I don't think anything actually went that crazy. But it happens. Mind my language though, but shit happens, right? It's the world that we do, and that's why we stick with it. Practice proper risk all times. So even if you lost, 70%, I'm just saying, of the trades that you lost this week, that you entered this week, it still wouldn't give you a bad report at the end of the month. Because, this week coming ahead, it's going to be a bright week for every single person. Once you would stick into what you need to do, what you want to do, guys, is don't change anything that you're doing right. Not because you had a bad week. And I'm saying that because I know a couple people got a bit mixed up when Trump speak this week. It not only affected the US pairs, but it affected other pairs across the board. So it just shows the power of the US dollar against the other currencies. But hey, if you're at 3% risk, even if you lose 5 trades consecutively, that's just 15% of your account. That's no big deal. That's no big deal, right? So what we're gonna do, it's the first Saturday for the month of August. And across the board, what we're gonna move forward this month is step by step. What do you need to know in entering a trade? You just need to know a few certain things. You need to know your reversal zones, basically support and resistance. You need to know how to identify a proper trend line to see where the market is trending at based on the scanner pattern. Some people might be able to identify the trend line of where the market is going versus where the scanner is giving them a setup. So you want to know how to identify what the scanner is giving you because that is what you're analyzing. And the third thing you want to look at is when it breaks that trend line, the retest for you to have a proper entry or as proper as possible entry. We're not going to move forward on those 3 things this week. We have 4 Saturdays for the month, basically, right? Let me make sure of that. I really didn't check. We have this Saturday, which is the 3rd. Next week is the 10th. The following week is the 17th. And the week after that is the 24th. And then we have the 31st. So if this week we get support and resistance, also known as price reversal zones and whatever you want to call it, supply, demand, anything. Next week, we could get trend lines done. Third week, we could get the retest done. And by the fourth week, you guys should be putting together everything all in one. And by the end of the fifth week, it should be every single person mastering everything from first, second, third week. So you have 2 weeks, basically, the 24th and the 31st, for you all to literally master this tool called the harmonic channel with the strategy that we have. If we look at something here, guys, we have 18 wins, 3 losses for the month of July. Now, the thing about it is that this is from 1 hour on a Monday night, 1 hour on a Wednesday night. This is just 2 hours for the week.
All buckets.
Weeks for the month. And we have this result. Now, we could be doing this all day. We could be doing this all week. The team that we have in the background of the BT channel are amazing individuals. They could be doing this. Okay, somebody says please unmute. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that for y'all. Whoa. All right. All right, cool. Yeah, back to what I was saying. We could have this result every single week. But guess what? That's not our focus. Our focus isn't just spitting trades for the team to be copying and nobody's really learning what to do. The goal is Saturday, we're going to teach you everything that we do. Monday night, we're going to show you how we apply everything that we do. Wednesday night, we're going to show you how to do it. Your job is all day Monday, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and all day Friday, you apply it. Because if we only invest in 1 hour on a Monday night and 1 hour on a Wednesday night and getting this result, why don't you invest 1 hour Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday? Yeah, no, we missed out Thursday, right? I was like, whoa, one day missed it. I reached 4. But you could do 1 hour a day. And basically, let's say in theory, based on just numbers, 5 times this results. So 5 times 18, I'm just gonna say that is gonna be what, 90 trades? You're gonna win 90 profitable trades and you're gonna lose 15 trades for the month, right? For the month. Let's look at that as a you win 90 and you lose 15. And if you go for a minimum of 5% on each trade, just a minimum, 90 by 5s, by 5, 9 4 is 45, right? That's 450%, right? 450% for the month for 1 hour invested a day. But guess what? All you need to do is master these 3 things. Finding good reversal zones, identifying proper trend lines, waiting for the break and the retest of it. The scanner is doing all the rest for you. Pretty simple, right? So let's take this month, and by September, every single person here, hey, this is 802 pips, sorry, right? So this is literally, if you get this for the whole month by yourself, just let's look at this for an example. This is good. So basically good returns for a month income, right? Because if you take this on a whatever your account size and you secure that for July, August, you basically do the exact same thing, but you're compounding it. September, you do the same thing. You're not doing anything more. You're just doing this 18 wins, 3 losses, 800 pips for the month. I'm just using it as an example. By the end of the year, you are gonna have a full-time income per day, not per month, per day. Let me show you guys something before we go forward. So let me go simple. $200 and boom boom boom. 5% is 50 pips. So 800 pips is guys, I was like asleep for the rest of a few hours. Somebody help me out. All right, that's I'll do it. 5% is 50 pips. So 16 by 5 is that's 80%. That was like easy math. Why did I go through all of that? So that's 80% of your account. Now what I'm going to do here is just use each of these days as months. So your $200 account in the first month, it grew to $360. The next month, so this is, you did this in July, right? So you start in August with 360. So guess what? At the end of August, your account is 648. At the end of August, you're going into September, your account is $1,000. October, your account is $2,000. November, your account is $3,000. December, your account is $6,000. Now at a $6,000 account, you're literally doing almost between $70 to $80 on a $70 to $90 on a daily basis, US. $70 to $90. Let's use the average. Let's use the middle number, about $80, right? 80 US a day in TT dollars. Yeah, we already had 80, man. I'm gonna go exact 6.8. That's $500 a day. 5 days a week. 4 weeks for the month. $10,800. January, guess what? You could start withdrawing your incomes with just a $200 account and the skill set. This is just $200 and you're not adding any more. You're not doing anything else besides growing this $200 account. How many people go to school for 4 years and can't earn $10,000? Yeah, I raised my hand there too, right? All you all have to do is just focus on the simple stuff. So by September, everybody should at least be doing that. And this is just, you see, think about it, this is not 5 days a week, you know. This is 2 days for the week. If you do 5 days for the week, let's say worst case scenario, you double this. So you're making $20,000 a month. Well, doubling this, your compounding factor is going to be way bigger, right? It's going to be way bigger. That's going to be 160%. Oh, no. 160%. Check this out. By the third month, you're already at $9,000 in your trading account. That's by you doing it 4 days a week, theoretically. So let's use the 4 days for the week. Let's say you have one bad day. 4 days for the week, you're profitable like this, 1 hour a day. And how many trades do we really get call on a Monday? Maybe 1, maybe 4 sometimes. On a good session, we might get 3 to 4 trades. On the average session is 1 to 2 trades. Doesn't everybody have the capabilities of at least finding 1 to 2 trades for the day? You guys think you could do that for yourselves? Not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourselves, right? I with $200, 4 days for the week, at least 1 hour. Hey, you have August, July, August, September, October. October, you had 9 grand. November, you had $23,000. Guess what? $23,000, you're doing well above $1,000 a day on average on a 4 day trading. $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day puts you at well over 100,000 TTRs a month. $1,000 a day by 6.8 is by 5, by 4, $136,000. Let's say $100,000 a month. Oh, I never see anybody learn anything that could give them $100,000 in a few months of it learning. So let's get down to this, right? This is the goal. This is really and truly the goal. You guys are part of this team. Hey, this is our goal. Let's give you the education. All you need to do is apply. The numbers don't lie. Every single week, every single month, we show you what we do on a Monday night, and then we post the results at the end of the week. The only thing we don't do with you is sit with you and place the trade on your phone for you, or place the trade on your laptops for you. That's where you come in. But we teach you every single thing to get this same results. So we're gonna stick with the very first thing. Support and resistance. We could look at any chart. It doesn't matter. Let's look at GBP entities. That's the first thing. You see, support and resistance, all you really need to know is what? Before we go further, you guys, just try what you all know support and resistance is. For both those on Zoom and over here. What is support? What is resistance? What is it in general? What is your interpretation of it?
Support is basically the lower end of the scale where it's the floor where pretty much things access to make a reversal and go back towards resistance. Resistance is the upper end of the scale, support is the lower end. Doesn't mean to say what you were true, but those are boundaries set by your trends as a big thing.
Sound good? Anybody else have anything they want to add to it? Take away from it? No? So Kevin said support is the lower end of the scale. It's really where you're looking for, in his words, the thing to come down and reverse and go back up. And resistance is basically the opposite of it. Andrea said that support is the floor while resistance is the ceiling, the areas where prices are likely to change direction. And that is it. All you're looking for is areas that prices change in direction. If you don't know what is support and what is resistance, you just look for common areas horizontally that price changes its direction. So you can find support and resistance anywhere on. And I don't even need to zoom this chart out for you guys to see it. We could work right here because identifying the just zones, right? So for those on the call, it's GBP entity on Traders Way. Yeah, H1. So guys, look at where the tools are being accessed from. Some people send me pictures and they take their phone, the gallery, and they draw the lines with their fingers. Look at where the tools are being accessed. So you could access it and draw. So it's very easy. Let's look at this for instance, right? And if it's not easy for you, don't feel too bad. 2016, when we got started, IML TV educators, Mike Miles, Christopher Derrick, were saying the same thing to Aaron Ramsad, and I'm like, no, it's not easy because I'm not seeing it. They just used to come online, be like, all right, guys, seeing this, boom, 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 and they explaining, and they're breaking it down, and their breakdown is still like, I didn't see it before. I could understand when they finish, break it down, like, yeah, it was there all the time, but that's when they finish drawing. I'm not too sure if that happens to you guys, that, you know, when we do our calls, that you're not seeing anything making sense on the chart, but when we finish draw it up, it makes sense to you then. You see, at that point in time, it's making sense to you when we finish do the work. It was making sense to me when they finished do the work. That's why I always tell people I was making money from what they were doing because I didn't know how to do it. And I wasn't even understanding how to do it on my own. I would understand when they finish it, but I wouldn't understand it when I have to do it for myself. So if you are at that point, trust me, you're just in your process. Because they were doing the exact same explanations to me and I wasn't getting it. A few months after that, the same thing that I wasn't getting started making sense to me. What changed? It was just that my understanding of what this thing Forex trading is, it started to develop more. I started to understand more. So when I understood more things started making sense to me. So wherever you're at, if you're not getting it, you're in your process. Trust me, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer until it becomes second nature.
When you're on your own, you don't have anybody to ask the question. So sometimes you doubt yourself.
That's very, very good. So Kevin said, when you're on your own, you have nobody to ask a question to, so you're doubting yourself. That is exactly what we were faced with when we got started, because we were all learning together. There wasn't anybody we could have reached out to. So we had to figure it out. That's why we put the support groups in place for you guys. That's why there's 10 chairman 10s. See, 10 chairman 10s, we have a team in the back there. I mean, we're human beings. So, you know, sometimes none of us might be on our phones at that particular point in time to respond to you. But most times there will be somebody to respond to you. And the key to 10 chairman 10s is this: every single person in this room is going to be developed. So you all are going to be the added support to that group to be able to guide somebody.
So is that why you communicate with
Yeah. That's where you reach out. You don't know, you want to find out. 10 chairman 10s was put in place for everybody to reach out, say, hey, you post a screenshot of what you do and ask for advice if you unclear or if you're not sure about it. Let me show you what people do. They send it directly to us. The 10 chairman 10s is there for you to send it so that, hey, somebody could look at it. When you send a chart to us, we look at what you see and we can correct what we see on the screen. Meaning that if you send me a chart and you draw it up, I can only see what is in your screen view, right? I'm not getting to see it from my angle where I'm on my laptop and I look at it and be like, hey, what you looking at on the picture might be looking okay, but the general idea of the trade setup is all wrong because I'm not in front of my laptop to analyze it. But if you put it on 10 chairman 10s, somebody might be able to access their laptop or be on the scanner at the same time to give you a second opinion from their greater view of it. So directly sending it to us, sometimes we might even be able to give you a proper analysis on what we do, on what you do.
But when you get a screenshot from us, all you get is a picture.
Yeah, that's all we need.
You're not getting live. You're not seeing my screen as if you want to be looking at my screen.
That's all we need. We just need a screenshot from you and we'll be able to analyze it from there and correct you from there. But actually, sometimes we don't need the urgent. So what you always want to do too is try and provide the clearest screenshot as possible. so we could get the best advice. This camera picks doesn't work out too good at all, actually. So anyhow, there's a lot of different ways to screenshot. On a lot of different devices is different too. So whichever way works for you. So guys, moving forward, and what we were saying is, if it's not clear, trust me, you in your process. There's none more I could tell you that could sum that up in any different way. So check this out. When I was saying that it's pretty easy, look at where I draw that box there. What do you see happen at that particular point? Right there. You see that we saw that price came up and then it came back down, right? So that was a area that price reversed from, right? Somewhat at this point, right? So we have this area here as a resistance. If we bring this across, what do we have this area as again over here? So this same area of resistance just came back, be tested as resistance, tested, got the break out of it, and we now at support, right? If we continue coming, what do we have here? Not resistance becoming support. So we're gonna go step by step, and communication is key in us moving forward. So this first arrow is what to you guys? Not the second one, the first one, not the third one either. We saw that price got up there and it reversed. We saw here that price got within this zone as well and reversed. And then we saw it break out and literally tested this point at support before going up. Coming back down, support. Came back here as support. Support, right? You just go on top here. The little wheel and go to background, and you see crosshairs. Yeah, and you change the color of it there. So we have resistance, resistance, support, 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 and then we have what here? We have resistance, right? So in this same area, we have support and resistance. Support and resistance happening in the same area. Guess what? That area is just an area that price did what? It reversed, right? If it's below it, it tends to want to stay below it, right? If it's above it, it tends to want to stay above. So whether you want to learn support and resistance and know the difference between the two, that is good. That's how we learned it. Whether you want to make it very easy on yourself and just learn it as a price reversal zone, you can do that too. Whatever you want to do, just learn that this is an area that price is reversing at. So what is typically going to happen over here? If we take this exact same zone, if price gets back to this point, what do you think is going to happen over here? Oh, let me keep it blue. So this is price here, right? What do you think is going to happen over here?
It's within what is now resistance. What is the previous?
So trading is just that. It's just that what happened in the past, chances are it's gonna happen in the future. Chances are that is, right? But we're not too much on the chances. That's why we have certain things that we look at. So support is the first thing, resistance is the first thing, price reversal is the first thing that you want to look at. You see, scanners are already telling you what direction that you should be going in. So what you want to do is know your criteria of validating whatever it is that you're going to do, whether it be buy or sell. So somebody said zone can be expanded a bit to cover the first blue candle before it got involved. Mean over here. Over here. See, expanded. Expanded up or down? Oh yeah. You see, it's not about, and again, Ronaldo, yeah, you could do that. But what you always want to remember is this. This is making sure everybody understands the zone. This isn't making everybody understand difference of where a wick ends and where a candle bypasses it and closes it to be considered an engulfing candle. It's for people to understand where the reversal zones are, where support is, where resistance is, where they should be looking at. So if you're at the level of understanding the candlesticks, pretty good for you. So now that we have seen this, let me know where is the next level that you guys are seeing support and resistance at. I'll leave the chart like this, or probably like this. Yeah, I'll do this. What's the next area that you guys are seeing it at?
Where you started just come down to where you used. You see what I'm talking about? Where you started your support.
All right, so what I want you guys to do is this. Everybody have their charts open, and you see on the right hand side here there's a price point wherever your crosshair is. You let me know what is the next price point that we're gonna look at. At TP2. So Moses said at TP2. So Moses gave us this particular area here of price reversal. So guess what? Do you guys think about what Moses shared with us? Moses said TP2. You guys agree with that? So gonna get to something after. So Summer said TP1. Alina said at the entry. So let's start going. Let's start going down there. So let's go with what Alina said. Alina said at the entry. So here it is that we have one zone at the entry. You guys agree with the zone at the entry? And then I think Summer said TP1. And if you guys want your chart to look exactly like mine's, let's look at the date in the bottom here. The width of my chart is from the 19th to the present date. So that's the 19th of July, right? So that's the area that I'm looking at. So this is what we got feedback from everybody else so far. So we have TP1, TP2, N3, and we have an area above, right? What about take profit trade? Anybody find take profit trade looks good? Cool. So we have take profit trade. Let me prove my next point to you. Whether you know support and resistance, or you don't know support and resistance, or you know trend, price reversal zones, or you don't know price reversal zones. What did everybody who know it commented? They said the entry. They said take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. Right? Wasn't those points already plotted for you by the scanner? So you guys see why we stick to the scanner, right? It's because if you don't know how to trade, which most people don't know yet, that's why they're here. You shouldn't be trying to trade anywhere else on anything else, because it requires you to learn a lot more to be the same way profitable. So your choice is either you spend a lot more time, a lot more effort, and a lot more energy, and also a lot more money to learn, or you spend enough time, enough energy, also enough money, because you're paying a subscription for this, and get faster results. You don't need to learn support and resistance for that to happen. That was done before. Ta-da! Somebody give me the bump. Because this is why we stick to it. It makes trading simple. It makes trading easy. So tell me something. The scanner is calling for what right now? Buy or sell? So if we sell from right where the scanner is telling us to sell, because that is a reversal zone, right? Chances are it's going to go to where? Well, the entry is already a reversal zone. So if it's reversing from there, it's going to go to where? So Summer said TP1, Andrea said TP1. Yeah, the first zone that we're looking at is TP1, because if it comes down,
TP1.
no, the price is here. No, Euro, GBP entity. So that's what we're looking to happen there. That's the first plausible move. You guys agree with that? If it's going to come down, it's going to come down to that zone, right? Yeah? No? And that's you all just learning support and resistance. Learning areas that price is going to reverse that. Everybody's good with this? Let me just take a screenshot for everybody. Let's go to another one. USD CHF. All right, so I'm going to give you guys that amount of information from the 3rd of July to present day. Oh, just asking, what about 187,230? Okay, let me jump back to that feed. In the meantime, everybody else, USD CHF. Let's drop that one. So Karen asks, what about 187,230? Which is, easy way to find that is 187,230. So Karen asks about this point. What about this point? What about that point, guys? Well, that is a very good resistance. So we saw price reach here not once, not twice, not three times, but if you actually watch how much candlesticks respected this zone, you're gonna see it's multiple times. But the thing about it is that right now, I mean, when not to get ahead of ourselves, but when you apply the other confirmations that you need, chances are you're not gonna be looking at this zone. So sticking to what we doing right now, support and resistance, Karen, this is a good price reversal zone. So remember, we sticking to step by step. So right now, that is a good resistance zone. That is a good zone that price reversed at. And kudos, Karen. Good job, buddy. So let's go on to USD CHF. Actually, let me take a screenshot of this on Karen's input. USD CHF. Anybody has theirs already done? If anybody has theirs already done from the 3rd, from the 3rd of July to present day. Anybody on Zoom has theirs already done? Anybody in the room has theirs done? I'm gonna wait for somebody to do one and post it into 10 chairman 10s. And I'll put it up for everybody and we all do it together. Whether we're gonna add more zones to your chart or whether we're gonna take away some of the zones from your chart. So what I saw there was I saw a couple people well understand what they need to do. If anybody's on Zoom and you don't know what to do, other than it being your first week, feel free to let me know and we could probably try clearing it up. But from what I saw, everybody kind of knows what they need to do. And again, I'm going to repeat this while everybody's working on what they need to work on, which is USD CHF on Traders Week from the 3rd of July to August the 5th, which is, well, going to be Monday. I'm going to share this with you all. If you sit in the room or you sit on Zoom and you don't understand, you're not doing me anything. You're not doing anybody else anything. You're doing yourself the worst. Because we're here thinking that you're getting it. But we're only going to know that you don't get it if you say, hey, I don't get it. That's the only way we can help you. So let me know as soon as you guys put it up into 10 chairman 10s. I'll be back while you guys do that.
This one is
Hey guys, as soon as you finish yours, feel free to post it into 10 Chairman 10 so we can put it up. All you're doing is support and resistance, price reversal. Sarah, you throw up yours yet? What's going on? I see you that you want to be first. Huh? The posted intention and chance. Let me get it up. If you guys don't know how to post it into 10 Chairman 10s, let me know as well. Alright guys, so we have one from Cindy. Let's look at it. Alright, so look at everybody attention in the room as well. And everybody on Zoom, well, we got the first one. So we're gonna work with the first one that we got. So this one is from Cindy. So this is her zones so far. Based on what you guys are seeing, take a minute. You want to process it. me give you guys probably a clearer pic of it. Yeah, that's basically it. So nobody got any comments on Cindy's chart? Let's look at it from the bottom up. So the bottom level is going to be 1, second level is going to be 2, third level is going to be 3, fourth level is going to be 4, right? And obviously fifth level is going to be 5. From the bottom up, would you guys say that this particular point that she looked at here, the first level, is it a good price reversal zone? Would you guys go with that? So we have 1 on Zoom for yes, 1 in the room for yes. What about the rest of you guys? The first level. Yep. Nope. Would you guys go with that? I don't bother to look at your screens anymore. Look at the board now. We're working with this one. We're looking at what is on the board for those in the room, and those on Zoom look at their screen, right? The first level, is that good for you all? Yes or no?
Yes.
How many for yes? How many for no? Sarah for no? Oh. No, yes, all right. Everybody's for yes. And I'll say this is very good. And why I'll say this is very good is because of this. Some people would have drawn this. Right? Which also is nothing is wrong with that. But why this was very good is because this zone was respected here as support. It got true support and respected the top zone here as support, and also respected here as resistance. Just these little smaller things within this zone. Guess what? If you still identifying the larger zone, that is fine. Sure, Cindy was there some time ago. Just like everybody else, if you're brand new and you're coming about, this is how it's going to be. But this is real good. So the first level is good. We all agree on that. What about the second level? Second level is good for you? How many for yes and how many for no? Remember, not because everybody's saying yes, you're going to go with yes, right? Everybody could be wrong. Everybody went to school, right? I'm not saying school is wrong. Eh? I just say it and everybody did it. Your Zoom was a little lower. Nope. By the wicks, that's good too. That's good because if you do the wicks, right, your resistance is gonna be here. Again, nothing is wrong with the wicks from here, right? You line it up from here and you go to the right, it is going to give you this as the top of your zone, right? More than likely. And again, nothing is wrong with that because guess what? This is also respected at the top of your zone. It's the bottom of her zone, but it's the top of your zone. And at the end of the day, what happened at the bottom of her zone and the top of your zone? Price still did the same thing, right? It reversed. So you see why I made the differentiation for you guys of not trying to focus too much on what is support and what is resistance and which one is really happening where versus what is happening in the zone. What is happening in the zone is price reversing. See, once you could get that understanding, just like Derek would have a different perception of what is happening at that zone, Cindy has a different perception of what is happening at that zone. At the end of the day, what happened at that zone? Reversed. The better you get at it. So, like, let's say Derek draw this zone over here, right? Which is his zone. The bottom of Cindy's zone is the top of Derek's zone. Scenario. Derek draw this zone. It is good because across the board it's going to line up real good, right? But Derek has his entry in the middle of his zone. So this is Derek's zone. I'm just going to do it this way. And this is where Derek decides to put in his entry in the middle of his zone. So the middle of his zone, remember guys, I don't have a ruler. So the middle of his zone comes all the way here. I know my line kind of went slanted, but just imagine it as a straight line. And Derek is waiting on this particular entry here, the market to come down to enter. Guess what? The market didn't meet his zone. Is his zone good? Yes, his zone is good. Is Cindy's zone good? Yes, Cindy's zone is good. But guess what? Cindy trade might get activated. Derek's zone doesn't. Is Derek's zone good? Yeah. Look at what happened across here. Derek's same trade for a buy got activated, but further down. The same zone was, So at the end of the day, it's give or take a few pips. But Derek just learned, hey, let me draw it a little bit higher. Cindy just probably learned, let's say she entered a bit too early. She just understand that, hey, I might have a little bit more of a drawdown period before it goes into my profit zone. At the end of the day, the same thing happened in the zone. But that is perfect. Now you understand why we always look for opinions. Because Derek is correct, Cindy is correct, and whoever else out there that probably had the same idea as Derek, but just didn't say it, you're also correct. What about the third one? So we got first, second. What about the third level? We good at the third level? Anybody had anything different on the third level? If you all saw something else, I would love to see it. I don't really see much of anything I could do different there. Fourth level. Fourth level is good. Anything you guys would have done differently? What about the fifth? You get at the fifth? Anybody would have done anything differently? Overall, anything you guys would have add to this chart or take away from this chart? Saying that we good on the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Going once, going twice. All right, nobody's gonna add in anything or take away anything. I'm gonna add in a sixth level. From here, go straight across. Gonna line up here. Gonna line up here. So you have a new support resistance point here. So you have a 6 level. Yeah, if you look at it here. Remember, for your chart to look like this, you need to have this right here. Your date needs to be the 3rd for it to give you the same formation that you can look at it this exact same way. So everybody saw the 6 zone. Anybody have? I mean, I don't really do it on the scan. I just draw the picture here. But how does the 6 zone look for you? You good? All right, cool. Let's do one more. Let me find another one. I don't know. I might just go with third one. We done do the first one, second one. Let's see what the third one has to offer. AUD NCD, yeah. But let me give you guys the. All right, let me make it. They'll do it from the 18th. So the 18th, it's gonna be your date that you're looking at. So let me chart out to the 18th. So this is how it should look at the 18th. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. That what we see. Just some help. AUD NZD. Traders with H1. AUD NZD.
You get the date 18 to 1 I don't know 17.
There, good.
No, just one.
You could just it's how much is due.
Very low this week.
Alright, no problem. It's just a mouse setting, but that's okay. So now Josh, you first on? Sweet. Alright, so here we have one from Karen. So how about we look at this one, and then you guys will finish up your own. Oh, how is everybody in Europe now? Almost finished this? Everybody else almost finished this? Alright, cool. So guys, we're gonna look at Karen's that makes sense. Yeah. I'll look at Karen's this is Karen's view on AUD, NZD. So again, we're gonna go from the bottom up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 5 levels. I didn't look at it for myself and do anything before, but so make sure, yeah, same date. I'm just trying to, yeah, about there. Yeah, right there. Good. So let's start with the first zone. Zone number 1 from the bottom up. Let's look at the board, and for those on Zoom, let's look at the screen. Because everything that you're gonna have on yours is everything that is already up there. So let's look at what he did. Because from what we got is that everybody in the room kind of on point right now. So let's analyze this one so we could get things moving along. First zone, yes or no? Anything would you add, anything would you take away from the first zone? You would have gone lower. Okay, so your give me where you would have gone. Down here. So Sarah said she would have started here, right? Yeah. Okay, so that is what Sarah said. Anybody else have anything to add to the first zone? Everybody else higher. Okay. So okay, so you have yours at the entry. Okay, so Sierra would go lower, Cindy gonna go higher. Anybody else? All right, so I'm guessing Sarah's gonna go lower because she saw support in the past. But let me give you guys this. In Sarah's point, she's not wrong in why she's saying that she's gonna go lower. But in all fairness, basically it's only was supposed to be from the 18th to where it is. So you're analyzing the data. So in this case here, I wouldn't go lower because I don't see anything in the past there. It's really and truly only from the 18th to where we are at. So in this case, I wouldn't do that. How can you make your chart smaller? All right, so I'll show you that just now. But let's analyze what we have and then I'll show you that. So the only things that we have is that Karen have this zone. Sarah's gonna go lower. We already cleared that up. Cindy's gonna go higher. So basically what Cindy's saying is that she's gonna use this zone. here, which will also kind of line up here, which will also line up here, and also line up here, right? Now, Karen, I would, for this, based on what we see in here, I would go with that. I would advise that you move the zone up to line up here. Doing this zone there will also give you the inclusion of your second zone. Second zone will kind of be included into this zone being drawn here. So all of this will kind of be implemented in you drawing this zone along the entry. You guys seeing that? Understanding why we're going to do that? So you see, it's not just because somebody does something means it's going to be right. But this is where we could all be, in an environment where we're all learning, because most people was like, all right, cool, it looks good. Because we only got a few responses from, well, actually just two. Sarah said lower, Cindy said higher. But the higher is really where you want to be based on the chart. Sarah is not wrong in what she said, because she looked at the bigger picture, but based on this picture, as to what we're doing, you want to move it to this zone. You want to move it up a bit higher. Let me change it to black. You guys should see black better. Now, your second zone as it is, again, based on just the picture, bringing it a bit higher, the second zone will kind of be this. It would have kind of incorporate with your first one. So when your first one would have been drawn, that's where it would have kind of go. Your third one, however, let's look at the third one. What do you guys think about the third one that he has? I think the black blended in. I'll go back to green or red. I go with red. What do you guys think about the third one that he has there? It's good. You guys have anything you want to add to it, take away from it? Anybody else? So yeah, I agree with the third one. Third one is good. What about the fourth one? What about the fourth one? You had? What about the fourth one? Yes. It's good? All right. What about the fifth one? So Bert is gonna put the fourth zone a tad bit lower for him. Bert, I am assuming you're looking at this. Going all the way kind of back. To incorporate basically what? You see, guys, don't get his zones wrong, in the sense of the thickness of his zones, Get the idea of what is being portrayed as the price is getting to a point and reversing. Remember, at different stages where people are at, they're gonna fine tune it and fine tune it. Right now, what we're focusing on is where the individual is as identifying zones of where price is reversing. So once we all master that, because next week we're not going to do this, you know. Next week we're going to go on to something else. See, our goal for August is everybody who follows and master every step every week at the third week, which is the final step we're going to do. By the fourth week you're applying, the fifth week you're applying, by September you should be earning. Because after you apply for 2 weeks, well and truly that's way enough time for you. If you want, you could continue practicing in September, but by October, November, December, your 2020 is going to be the greatest year that you ever had. Likewise, 2021 and every year after that. But if you don't master it step by step, guess what? You just delay in your own progress. So let's not get Karen's depiction of what he's seeing wrong, because I think it's good. Could it be a little bit lower and a little bit higher at different points? Yeah, it could. Correct. Just like how Derek was seeing it a bit lower, Cindy was seeing it a bit higher. Some of these things could be improved on here, but because of this chart and this currency pair, the zones are a bit closer together. So you're gonna have like how we have this one, the first level going up a bit. The first level going up a bit is actually going to clash with the second level. And if you draw a second level, it's going to clash with the third level. That is how this currency pair is going to be. Some of them are not that far out in spaces. Some of the levels are close together. But the thing about it is everybody, you all just got the ability to see different currency pairs and how they look. So it's not the perfect world. It's you having the ability to understand different currency pairs. Guess what? All you're looking for is the exact same thing. Where price reach, where it reverse. Whether it's going to be quite here, well, you guys on Zoom not seeing that, but whether it's high and whether it's low, or whether the reversal points are close together, what you want to do is just learn to identify the zones. So in my opinion, Karen, good job. Actually a great job for you, because when you look at it, the zones that you have drawn, price reverse from them either side. And that's what we're looking at. Could it be a bit more refined? Yes. Does it need to be a little bit more refined? No. Because of the fact of this, if you had the ability to refine it, I'm pretty sure you would have refined it. But by you practicing it, it will get refined. So I'll say good job to you, buddy. So anybody has any questions on finding support, resistance, price reversal zones so far? Nope. Okay. So Summer asks, how do you zoom your chart in, or how do you compact it? Summer, what you could do, you could just use your mouse, use the scroll wheel, and go up and down, and it should do this. All right? Or use your touchpad and use your 2 fingers up and down, or you could come down here, you see date. You just click on the date and drag to the left, drag to the right, and it's gonna zoom in, it's gonna zoom out. Likewise, if you want it smaller, you could do this as well. Drag the price points up and down, and you're gonna get it to go up, down, side to side, or anything you wanna do, right? If you don't have the ability to do that, guess what? If you hover at the bottom of your screen, you're gonna see these controls pop up. These controls also give you the ability to zoom in, zoom out. If you go too far, there's also a reset button. You could also shift the chart incrementally by clicking on the arrows too. So with that being said, guys, anybody have any questions on what we covered today? No, this isn't Jojo. So this is by no means Jojo. This is Aaron, together with the rest of the team that is part of Team BT. This isn't Jojo. But Jojo is good though. So seeing that nobody has any questions so far, let me run this and wrapping up by you guys. Now I want full interaction here. Bert, any guidelines on to determine the height of your zones? Your zone shouldn't really be, it's like this. For instance, watch here. Use this as a width. You're not gonna have like that width is like good enough. I mean, you don't want to have wide zones. If you look at it, basically it's price got in, this next candle closed there. You have this acting as resistance, this acting as support. That's typically your zone. You're gonna see it as you go along. And guess what? When you bring it past here, look at what happens. Okay, this is what we have. Yeah. Price broke under, acting as what? Resistance, right? So typically, if price stays like this, we kind of expecting it to come back down. So that is what the width of your zones are.
How can the standard update?
In what?
The back or left of that.
Over here?
Massive drop.
Okay, so I don't know why it doesn't go like this.
Yeah, why doesn't it?
This ratio, if you look at this number and look at this number here, right? So this number between B to D is basically 3. This number from X to D is 1.516, right? That's basically ratio points. Now, his question was why this kind of didn't update it. Probably because this ratio from, if I move it there, is not a valid harmonic pattern ratio. So that's why it wouldn't have updated it there or here or even over there.
So you manipulating that part that's not going to be correct.
No. So me moving it there, it'll actually reset for itself. If you move it there, it'll bring it back to the default. So that was his question. So the questions being answered there. Let me jump back to this. On full cooperation with everybody. How many of you don't yet have a ticket for this event? Even on Zoom. How many of you do not have a ticket for this event? Yeah. Have one? Oh. Right. So guess what, guys? I'm not too sure if you guys know this. You don't know this, but I'm assuming you don't know this. But every single ticket that is out there, we kind of know who has it. So I can already know who don't have tickets. And that's why I asked for the full cooperation. Simply because, again, you're not doing us anything by you not being there. You're just doing yourself whatever it is. Because this event, we have three of the best in Trinidad. Maxim and Liana Pereira always has my utmost respect of educators. They have a way of breaking down things and doing things that really and truly gives you the ability to understand. Videsh is a person that is very detailed, like very detailed. John Mark is a person that has he has a different view of how he looks at the market and brings it across to you. We have our way that we've learned to use the scanner. That's why we're helping people use the scanner. They all have their unique ways of teaching people how to trade Forex. See, if you want to learn the greater aspects of Forex trading, you can get that from them. Could we teach you the same thing? Yes, we could. But guess what? We're not IML TV. You guys are paying for IML TV. You guys are paying for that. So you will have the ability for $50 TT to get some training that you don't get on IML TV from them, live, in person. You all don't have a ticket yet? On top of it, we have Ivan Paychecks. You see, Bitcoin and the world of cryptocurrency is, you know what they say, knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. See, many people might know about Bitcoin, might know about the cryptocurrency market being in existence, but they have the knowledge. How many people are applying the knowledge? You see, my biggest part of this event is what he's going to teach. Because I'm good at Forex trading, I'm nowhere close to being good on the world of cryptocurrency. And I have the person that in the entire world was the first person to ever made a real estate purchase via Bitcoin. A person that is a multiple six-figure earner because of the cryptocurrency market. How many of you would have liked to earn more than Coca-Cola? You guys know Coca-Cola, right? If you could earn more than Coca-Cola CEO, would you be willing to accept that knowledge? If you could earn more than Apple CEO, would you be accepting, willing and able to accept that knowledge? Yeah? If you had the ability to earn more than Google CEO, would you be willing and able to be accepting of that knowledge? Well, let me share with you this. Warren Buffett earns more than all three of them put together, and he do not work for any of those companies. He just knew how to invest in them. You see, because of his investments into Coke, Apple, Google, and every other company, he earns more than the CEOs of those companies. You'll have the ability to learn from this gentleman, Ivan Paychecks, about the world of cryptocurrency, where you could earn more than people who actually own these things. And for $50 TT, you're not going to be there. You see, for me, $50 TT, I cannot begin to fathom the amount of information for the value of money for $50 TT. You're going to have the ability to learn from individuals who are accomplishing that in their fields. So if Warren Buffett was coming, you wouldn't pay $50 TT, you wouldn't pay $500. Yo, they bid this gentleman out year after year for people to have lunch with him, and it costs them upwards of $1 million just to have lunch with him for an hour for them to get whatever they could get out of him in that conversation. You have individuals. You see, most people. Let me give you why some people just don't get it. They get too familiarized with access. So it's easy to access these people on IML TV. It's easy to access them through SwipeCoin. It's easy to access them from iMarket's live platform without understanding what the magnitude of their knowledge is that they're willing to teach you, willing to share with you so you could do the same thing. How many of you would have loved to invest into Microsoft, Google, Apple, Coca-Cola when it got started? We just didn't know, right? Everybody would have done it, knowing what they know today. What made them who they are today is because they had that knowledge when nobody else had it. They're willing to share with you what you don't know about what's coming next, what's going to happen next. You see, you didn't miss the boat yet, but I'm guaranteeing you this. You're going to miss the boat if you don't be there. We don't guarantee people on much things, but I guarantee on that one. Because I don't know what I don't know. You guys agree with that? We don't know what we don't know. And I'm pretty sure if you know, you might have been featured on this flyer instead. So they know, and they're willing to share with you for $50. You think that's good value? So here's what's up. We are 8 days away from this event. I don't care where you are, but use this weekend. Chris, how many tickets do we have in that envelope right now on average? We have exactly 20 tickets remaining with us. Let me give you the scenario of every event that we ever had. It always comes down to this. It always comes down to the last week before the event that everybody calls you for a ticket. And guess what? Some people gonna get the ability to be there and some are not gonna get the ability. And for $50, you lost the opportunity to learn from these individuals. We only have 20 tickets available. That's it. So my advice, get back to your plugged in upline and let them know if you do not have a ticket, let them know that you need a ticket, that you want a ticket. If you can't meet up with them today, at least let them know to reserve a ticket for you. I have no problem putting out to the leadership of this team. If you can't meet us today or this weekend, yo, we're gonna hold it for you until Tuesday. You see, Tuesday night at the open trade night, that's it. Whoever needs it at the open trade night, I am gonna give it to them if you don't show up for your ticket from every single person. Because I know for a fact that we need more than 20 tickets as we stand. So I am gonna look through the other top leadership outside of BT and see where I could get some tickets. But I'm not gonna ask any other leader for assistance if we don't have people that are saying what they want. I'm not gonna go and reserve a bunch of tickets to people that is not interested. If I have to put it that way straight up. So you guys have right now to shoot out your messages to your team, to your members, to your friends in this group, and let them know, hey, do you have a ticket? If you don't have a ticket, reserve it with your plugged in upline. Your plugged in upline that is connected to us. Message every single person that is plugged in. That is the IML TV event on Sunday, August 11th. Guys, I'm telling you, you can't afford to miss this one. So that is my thing to everybody. You have now to get with us or to reserve your ticket. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, no, that event is not going to be on Zoom and it's not going to be recorded. This training, however, is recorded. Oh my summer, I am so sorry. But Summer, I can definitely make the connection with you at the next event that they have in Europe. But guess what, Summer? I think I might be able to swing something. Might. Link with me, shoot me a message. We chat about what we could do for you. Next thing up, leadership training, Platinum 150 and above boot camp. Guys, 17th of August. I can begin to share with you all the importance of this event. And I'll put it to you in a simple format. Gary McSween is everybody's friend because everybody is just seeing him every single week, and he's very, very friendly with every single person. But you see, the issue is most people don't understand what we really have because they've never been in this industry before. So they don't know the type of leadership that we have. See, Gary McSween is just not a chairman 109 Markets Live. Gary McSween is an individual that literally is one of the top in the world when it comes to this industry. Not in Trinidad, not in iMarkets Live, across the board when it comes to the entire industry. You see, what he has done in just a year, most people do it, they don't even accomplish it in their entire career. What he's gonna do this year, most people haven't even done that as yet. And guess what? We have access to this gentleman that's willing to share with us every single thing that we need to know to get us to the next level. You see, I've been part of his organization for the last 2.5 years, going on 3 years now, right? We haven't cracked 3 years as yet. And I do not know what he's really going to share because of the fact that year after year, whatever leadership training that he has with us, even the sessions that he had privately with us, with David Imonitier, he said this training is going to be like none other. You see, we never sat in a session of 5 hours with him. I've sat in sessions across a weekend with him, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that as well, he said, is not even going to compare to what he's about to do on the 17th. You see, I'm 29 years old, and it's not about me. But what I've been able to learn from them gave me the ability to earn way more than I ever thought I was ever going to be able to earn at this age. Especially without having to go to a job 8 to 4 or be working my butt off as a traditional entrepreneur. You see, I did other businesses before, and I know what it takes to run a business, work a business. I know the hours. What I was able to earn, I'm speaking about me, I can only talk about myself today, right? Through the information that I've gotten and applied, give me the ability to do that. You see, you all have the same ability to get the same information and then some, because as I'm telling you, the way he's fired up about what he's about to share was more than I have ever seen him fired up to share information with people before. And we had leadership retreats. We had leadership events. We had leadership meetings. We had, private sessions. And I've never seen him so passionate about what he is about to do. And all you need to do is share this with a few people and have 3 people on your team. You see, one thing I can say about Gary McSween is this. Everybody could afford money, right? Money is affordable to everybody. So he didn't put a price tag on this training. He didn't say that, okay, this is how much your ticket is going to be or anything like that. He gave you the ability to earn your right there. So you're earning your right of passage is becoming a Platinum 150. So it's not you spending $1,000, $2,000 to be there. I paid for networking training from GoPro, and it cost me hundreds of US dollars. I've bought courses for 1,500 US, 500 US. I've bought courses from Bob Proctor for 500 US, 1,000 US, 1,500 US. And guess what? He has spent 10,000 US for just being in sessions with these individuals. And you're going to get it for free. All you need to do is share this with a few people and go P150. And what is sharing? Well, aren't I into this networking thing? Well, guess what? It's because of somebody sharing it. You are on this call and you're in this room. So let's cut that crap out. It's not networking and sharing. It's not me sounding arrogant, but hey, at the end of the day, because somebody shared this with Gary McSween, and Gary McSween decided he was sharing it with somebody, that's why you are here. That's why you could be looking forward to earning way more than a full-time income from trading in 2020 or before. You be the blessing to somebody, and I guarantee you this. You'll see how fast your blessings come. You ever wonder that? Why? You ever looked at some people and wonder why are they prospering? Why are they winning? It's simply because of what they're doing. They'll do the exact same thing that you're doing. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. All I'm saying is this. If you're doing the same thing as others and they're getting more results than you, check what you are not doing. See, some people, all they do is do what they need to do. And because of who they are, genuinely wanting to help other people, they receive their blessings for that. So, what is 3 people? To me, 3 people is nothing. 3 people is nothing. Anybody in this room could get 3 people on board today if they want. And if that scared you, guess what? Give yourself a round of applause, because that is what it takes. It takes you being afraid of what you are supposed to do to become the person that does it naturally. Because the only how you're going to be doing that consistently is when you overcome that fear. You want to hear something? Fear doesn't care about your bills, doesn't care about your family, it doesn't care about your health, doesn't care about anything. But guess what? I can tell you this, it keeps you back from increasing your finances. That is going to help you with your health, going to help you with your family, going to help you with your bills, and going to help you with your lifestyle. The decision is all yours in what you want to do. My advice to everybody is get in contact with your plugged in upline, and there's no way that we're going to work with you and you can't get this done in time to attend this event. But you need to start now. If you guys remember, last week we said build a list of at least 30 people. How many people did that? You see, the instructions was to do it Saturday, so we could have done the call Sunday. You realize there was no call on Sunday, right? And then Monday came, there was no call. Tuesday came, there was no call. Hey, we reached next Saturday, no call. If you're not going to build a list of 30 people, which is your first instruction, Why should we do a call to help you go P150 if you're not going to do the first thing? So if they tell you the first thing you have to do is come to school on time and you're not coming to school on time, guess what? There's nothing they could really do to help you other than that, because you're missing everything that happened before you. So you'll never get that part done. So guys, if you want this, build that list of at least 30 people and call your plugged in upline and say, hey, I have my list. What do I do next? If they're plugged into us, they know what to do next. If they're not plugged into us, guess what? You find us and we're going to tell you what to do next. We have a team of incredible leaders, willing, able, and prepared to help you get to the next level. It's all what you want to do. So guys, I want to say, thank you to each and everyone for showing up for you. Showing up for you. It's a Saturday morning. I believe that we had a great session. I'm not too sure if you guys believe that, but hey, I believe we had a fantastic session. So give it up for yourself. Give it up for the team of individuals, Girl, Nigel, Chris, for doing the footwork here in your room, because hey, I can tell you this. We could share as much as we could share, but without the actual support, there's no team, right? So guys, give it up for those guys. What I want you all to do, you want to go P150, that's your instructions. Get your list of 30 names done today. Get back into contact, you're plugged in offline. The instructions for the tickets, guess what? It was just given off. You all either get your tickets today or reserve your tickets, but by Tuesday, if you don't collect them, they are gone. I'm not keeping any tickets, and I'm advising every single one of our leaders, we're not going to hold any tickets for anybody, because I hate to hold and reserve spots for people that don't show up. We're preventing somebody else from getting the information. So if you're not going to access it, don't prevent somebody from accessing it. And I believe that's just being fair. So with that being said, guys, we do look forward to an amazing week this week. And let's really and truly put our heads down and make August the best month, so that September onwards is going to be incredible, rest of 2019 for you guys. You guys agree? Nice. So let's get this thing going, man. Everybody on Zoom has a fantastic Saturday and a week ahead. Take care.